bien bonjour. Hello everyone, this is Phil, Vintage Phil, coming to you from Canada, the magical place where igloos and moose are real, not only dogs. Alors bonsoir et bienvenue à un autre épisode de Vintage Kids, hein? Bien oui. Alors bienvenue à un autre épisode de des vieux garçons, là, ou des vieux enfants, là, on appellera ça comme vous voulez. Alors, cette semaine, nous avons eu, moi et mon équipe, là. Me and my team this week. We've talked about this to myself and said, why not, see, eh? Eh oui, pourquoi pas. So today, well, not today. What happened is that I had some time to watch some movies last week. Donc, j'ai eu beaucoup de temps à écouter des films, là. J'étais tout seul, là. Ah, ben oui, ma conjointe, là. Ma merveilleuse épouse, là. Ah, ben oui. Mais c'est pas mon épouse, là, mais bon, presque, là. Après 11 ans, on peut dire quasiment que c'est pas mal ça. Je suis comme devenu un vieux meuble là, dans sa vie, là. Fait que c'est presque pareil. My girlfriend was away for a few days because I had something this weekend and I was not able to join her. And I watched some stuff. I was pretty late in many of the recent movies that came out. Donc, j'étais très en retard là, avec plusieurs des films qui sont sortis là, dernièrement. Et je vous en avais même un petit peu parlé pendant les derniers épisodes. Là. Épisode 44, je pense. Oh, c'est ta maman vient te chercher. Tu vas aller marcher avec ta maman? Oh, vas-y. Molly's leaving to take a walk. Bye. Merci, mon amour. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so I had a few hours on my hand and I wanted to watch some movies. So what I did, I've watched Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3, which I was really, really late. I've watched The Flash with the Batman coming back. I've watched Transformers Beast of whatever. I don't remember the name. Let me see. Maybe I have it here. No, I don't. Anyway, who cares? So I want to talk about these movies because I think there's major blockbusters that came out, and there's a lot of things around these movies that need to be talked about. Of course, before I start talking about these movies, avant que je commence à parler de ces films-là, en passant, je ne ferai pas une analyse. By the way, I won't analyze the movies like, yeah, and then that thing happened, and then like, I'm just going to give you my personal opinion on what I saw, what I enjoyed, what I thought was good, was not so great, and I'm not going to go into details. I might talk about a little spoilers, so if you are not into getting spoiled on anything, just don't watch, man. That's okay. Like I said, I'm doing this even if there's no one watching. I'll keep on doing it because I'm fucking nuts. No, because I love doing this, as you all know. Laissez-moi voir là, tout est correct, oui. First of all, we need to talk about the loss of a major vintage, we can say character, because Paul Reubens died not last night, but like yesterday they announced it, and he died, I think, like the night prior to this, to the release of the information. Donc, l'acteur Paul Reubens est décédé. I didn't know that he was fighting a cancer. I don't even know if a lot of people knew about his health situation. Je sais pas combien de personnes étaient au courant par rapport à sa condition physique là, qui combattait un cancer depuis 6 ans déjà. Oh man. 6 years fighting cancer. So I'm just going to say this because this is really, I think, important for everyone on this space rock. Enjoy life as much as you can, because you never know what's gonna hit you. Uh, I'm lucky enough. I'm gonna touch some wood. I've never got cancer or anything like that, but I saw people with dying from cancer, and I saw people die from cancer. And some people are saying, yeah, but even if you have cancer, you can live like several years and you're okay. Yeah, about that. I mean, if you fight cancer and the cancer's totally gone, totally agree. You can have a great life. But when you fight against cancer all the way, all those years, and the cancer is still there, it's not easy. Trust me. And I'm not saying trust me because I know what I'm talking about. I never got cancer. Like I said, I'm going to touch wood. But I saw my friends fighting this terrible disease for 10 years. And trust me, those 10 years weren't magical, you know. So, what I'm saying is enjoy every day that you are healthy. Enjoy every moment that you have with your friends, with your loved ones. Life is short and it can be even can even be shorter. Fait que ce que je dis en anglais, profiter de la vie. Le monde dit ah, mais le gars, il a eu le cancer, mais tu sais, ça fait 10 ans qu'il a eu le cancer, pis ça. Ouais, mais 10 ans de cancer, là, à te battre contre le cancer, c'est pas des années merveilleuses. Euh, donc, profitez donc de la vie, profitez donc des gens que vous aimez, soyez donc satisfait avec ce que vous avez. Arrêtez de tout le temps vouloir ah, mais moi je veux mieux, je veux ça, je veux ça. Man, regarde qu'est-ce que tu as autour de toi, c'est déjà bien plus que bien du monde. Just sit down and look what's around you, and you'll see that that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff that you already have. Enjoy this. Enjoy life. Enjoy life. Okay. So Paul Reubens, we all know this guy. When I'm saying we've lost a character, it's because this guy was known for Pee Wee Herman. Uh, I cannot say that I grew up with Pee Wee Herman because I was not a huge fan of Pee Wee Herman. I had my few friends back when I was younger that really loved Pee Wee Herman. One of my adult friend is was totally in love with Pee Wee and the movies, A Big Adventure, and I have to watch it again because I need to see it from a different adult eye. So yeah, I need to watch it. So yeah, rest in peace, Paul Reubens. And I was surprised to see. Well, this guy, and I'm going to talk about this very quickly, but we all have our skeletons in the closet. On a tous nos squelettes dans le garde-robe. Uh, so this guy was arrested in a porno theater movie, having a little too much fun with himself. And that was like the dark days. But I mean, everyone goes through rough times. Donc, il s'est fait pogner dans un film, une salle de cinéma pour adultes, là, en train d'un petit peu trop s'amuser avec lui-même. Là, but he came out of this several years later, and I mean, I'm not sure that he went to prison or stuff, whatever, but he kind of disappeared for several years. And he came back and he did some more appearance as Pee Wee. And anyway, I watched a lot of his shows that was in the morning for kids, but again, I was not really into this. It was like, it was too much for me. His character is like, too much. That for me, that's too much. Even as a kid, it was too much for me. But I'm not. I raise my hat to this guy and this character. I mean, he blew everyone's world. Okay, enough on Paul Reubens. Rest in peace. What more? What else can I say? So let's talk about a few movies that I've watched. I'm not going to show you pictures. I'm not going to show you any sequence of the movie. I'm just going to talk about it really quickly. Um, so first up, let's talk about the two ones, the ones that there's another one that I could have included in this title or in the description of this episode. J'aurais pu en rajouter un qui était. J'ai également écouté Quantum Mania, Ant-Man Quantum Mania, and again, this movie was qualified as one of the worst movie in the Marvel universe, and it flopped. And I don't know why. It was a great movie. It was good to watch. It was interesting. It was fun. It was visually very well made. Donc c'était vraiment intéressant de voir le Quantum Mania. Je trouvais que tout était bien fait. Les acteurs étaient bons. J'ai pas eu aucun problème avec ce film-là. J'ai bien aimé voir Bill Murray. I love to see Bill Murray appeared in the MCU. But how come no one showed up to watch that movie? I don't know. Maybe because it was Ant-Man, and Ant-Man is like a more important, more popular super-héros. Peut-être parce qu'Ant-Man, c'est un super-héros un petit peu moins populaire, mais quand même, il a son importance assez majeure dans toutes les Avengers movies. Fait que c'est lui quand même qui revient et qui wake the fuck up, man. Il est arrivé avec l'idée de comment est-ce qu'on peut régler avec Endgame. So perhaps, and I'm just saying this on top of my head, perhaps some of the CG was made, it's not CG, but some of the effects were made in volume. Same volume that they use for The Mandalorian, that they created for The Mandalorian. And perhaps, again, some people might say, yeah, it's obvious it's in the volume. But I prefer the volume to CG. Or, nah, maybe not. Good CG might be better than the volume because it's kind of a fake CG and it's kind of a fake real sets when you're in the volume. So I don't know. Perhaps that was the issue. And the big thing, of course, is the actor that plays Kang. This actor was arrested for battery or something he did wasn't good at all. So now we don't know if this actor will be back in the Marvel universe. And the big thing is that he was introduced with Loki in season 1 of Loki. Donc l'acteur qui joue, j'ai pas son nom malheureusement, l'acteur qui joue Kang s'est fait arrêter. C'est un gars violent. Il a brassé de la merde, tout ça. Donc, on ne sait pas s'il va revenir pour les prochains films. Mais Kang, c'est supposé être le Thanos des prochains films. Kang is supposed to be the next big villain in this phase of the MCU. So, I don't know if this will be a big issue. Will they have to recast the guy? And we all know that recasting is like, and when it's a major character like the big villain, so I don't know if the fact that this guy was arrested made that less people went to see it at the movie or whatever, the way that they were able. Aaron Moffat is in the house. Bonsoir. Alors, bonjour. Bonjour, Phil. I just love it when people write down in French. Hi. So, yeah, I don't know if that had an impact on all of this. But, It might, and I'm going to talk about the same issues with Aloha. Oh, it's Derek Cernak, ladies and gentlemen. Mesdames et messieurs, c'est Derek Cernak, l'incroyable Steven Spielberg des internets. Good to see you, brother. So kind of the same thing happened with the Flash movie, and it's sad, but we're going to talk about Flash at the end. So, okay, so that was for Quantum thing that it was not listed, but I had to talk about it because I just don't understand why it's considered the worst movie of them all, because I thought they did a good job. Okay. First movie that I want to talk about, second movie I want to talk about is the Transformers Beast thing. I was a huge Transformer fan back in 1984, 86. When it came out, I was 10, 12 years old, perfect timing. And it was actually my last real kid show that I've enjoyed. After that, little girls were very interested. Oh, look, they actually transformed too. Ooh, boobies. So, yeah. My name is Phil LeBlanc. Let me show you my transformation. Up, down, up, down. So, yeah. That was pretty much the last kind of TV show for kids that I watched as a teenager or as a kid that I really, really was into it, and I was collecting all the toys and stuff. Well, G.I. Joe was pretty much at the same time, but I was freaking out on Transformers. So I just can't stop watching the movies that they are actually making on this. But when the Beast thing came out, it was later, like in 87 or 88. I don't know, maybe even more later than that. But I was not into the Transformers anymore. I was like way too much in little girls. Well, not little, but older girls, little girls transform. So I did not watch the Beast and new era with new Transformers. I was really into G1, and after I saw I really enjoyed the what was the Insecticons and the Jurassic thing, the dinosaur. What was their name? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The dinosaur, the Transformers. Grimlock. Yeah, Grimlock. It came back. Anyway, so that was really the last kind of how far it went for me. But I was really interested to see what they were doing because I knew that there was this Beast War thing. So it was fun to see that new kind of Transformers that I did not know about. So it was all new to me. So all right, give it up. Put it on, man. Give it to me. I want to know more. Donc c'est ça, je n'ai pas connu le Beast War. J'étais trop vieux. Je tripais pas mal plus ces petites filles rendues là. Puis, fait que j'étais intéressé de voir qu'est-ce qu'il allait me présenter. Puis, j'ai toujours voulu voir les films des Transformers parce que My name is Optimus Prime. I mean, how can you not enjoy that voice and that robot? You can just say the alphabet and it's going to be great. A, B, C, alphabet transform and roll out. So, just for the voice, I think it's Peter something. I forgot his name. And sorry, Mr. Optimus, don't come and shake my house. So it was interesting. The only there was a few issues that that bothered me. First up, Mirage is in that movie. So it's just weird that they actually used Mirage and made him Jax. Was it Jax? Yeah, the Porsche, the gray white Porsche from G1. So they kind of like, we're gonna use the Porsche instead of the Formula One car because Mirage is actually a Formula One car, and it was one of my favorite Transformers. I still have my Mirage in my personal collection that I purchased in '86 or '85 or whatever, and they actually like say it's that they actually like made a little wink on it because at some point in the movie, he shows to this human kid that he can transform in a Lamborghini and a Formula One car. Oh, you know. So why did they use Mirage? Perhaps because Jazz was dead in the previous movie, but this is actually in the timeline. It's 7 years after that they crashed on Earth. So it's in 1994. So I don't understand why the G1, all the G1s weren't there. And there's actually kind of the other bunch of Transformers, like the Transformer girl, the pink one, I don't know her name. She's in that movie, but she's not in the first generation of episodes. Donc, je sais pas pourquoi la fille là, en rose et blanc là, est dans ce film-là. Puis, c'est supposé se passer 7 ans après qu'elle arrive sur Terre. Ils se sont sauvés de Cybertron. C'est supposé être comme la suite, dans le fond. It's supposed to be the next movie after Bumblebee. And he actually, Prime actually talks about this. He says to Bumblebee, it's not because you have a friend, human friend, that we're gonna trust them, you know. Fait que c'est ça, ça se passe comme après, quelques années après Bumblebee, le film que j'ai trouvé bon en passant. Bumblebee, I really enjoyed it. I was really surprised of that one. So the first issue, like I said, that bothered me is the fact that they use Mirage and it was actually Jazz. Why? The other thing is it's the same thing over and over again with the humans. What I mean about this is, again, I'm giving you my personal opinion on what I've learned how to dissect a movie. Like I already told you guys, this was my that's what I study in university. I studied movies, how to make movies, how they are made, how to make them. So when there's issues that actually takes me out of the movie, or I'm always analyzing the movies when I'm watching them. So the issue that I didn't enjoy, again, it was the fact that they had to bring two humans. That's okay. And give them the same job that they always give them in the other movies. Let me explain. When you're watching G1, the first season of Transformers, there's the two guys. They're the two humans that are always there, the kid and the father, the construction guys. I don't remember their names. But the story is not about them. The story is about the Autobots and the Decepticons. And they fight the best way that they can. The story is about the robots. But again, they always have like, yeah, but we need to put some humans in there so the people will enjoy and like the humans and they will hope that the humans won't die. And I totally understand, but try to find something else that they could do. I mean, send them to Cybertron, or because it's always the same thing. Oh, we can't go inside that. Let's use the human. We don't really care if they die. Let's go. So it's always like the same story with the humans. So anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna tell the whole thing. Not gonna talk about all the details of the movie, but it was something that bothered me again. It's like, oh yeah, okay, they're bringing us human, and the humans, oh yeah, they have to do this, and And sometimes it's like, let's use the humans to do this. And I couldn't resist, couldn't stop telling myself, why aren't you doing it yourself? Oh yeah, because we have to use the human actors. It was like, you don't have to use them. You can just blow the whole thing down. Just don't use them, man. Well, we're gonna go there and we're gonna make something else. Anyway, so okay, so Transformers, it was good. I enjoyed it, and the CG looks great, man. The CG looks great. Again, I think that the big issues that I had with the first Transformers movies was like, we couldn't under. I saw the first one in the theaters, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on. What the hell happened, man? Like, it's like it was too fast, in your face, and you had no clue what transformed in front of you. Anyway, Jim Arsenault is in the house. Nice to have you, my friend. Don't worry, you're never late because you can watch it afterwards. But we've almost didn't talk about you. Just a little, but not much. Good to have you, my friend. Yeah, so that's it for Transformers. It's worth the watch. It's okay. It's fun. Um, yeah, it was confusing to watch because we didn't know. Like, I remember seeing the robots transform. It was like, what? I don't understand what's going on. And again, that was when I watched it in the movie, and the quality might not have been like, it was not projected in digital back in the days. It was like digitally created, but shoot in movie frame. It was too fast. Exactly, it was way too fast. What the fuck is going on? So that's it for Transformers. Go check it out. If you're a Transformers fan, if you enjoyed the other movies, I think this one is pretty neat. I really enjoyed the one that they go on the moon. That was one of my favorite one back in the days. And Shia LaBeouf là, and Megan Fox là. For me again, humans. Oh yeah, we have to put the humans there. Oh yeah, okay. For some reason, it's always ending up to be about the same kind of story. It would be cool to have a complete movie on Cybertron. I don't know, perhaps they did one and I've missed it. Ooh. But take a human, drop it on Cybertron, and good luck. That I would watch. And not like, oh yeah, there's a little restaurant here that could be good for humans. No, man. This guy can't eat. This guy can't fucking breathe. This guy don't have a toilet, so he got explosive diarrhea and he doesn't know what he's going to do. That I want to see. Like, Bumblebee, can you transform into a toilet? What the fuck is a toilet? That I would pay. And then I would say, all right, they've put the human like in a big situation, man. That would be great. But stop using humans to have actors. We're watching Transformers. It's a robot thing, you know? Okay, enough on Transformers. Now I want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Uh, Again, I'm not going. Yeah, perhaps I might spoil a few things if you have no idea what the movie is about. I didn't know what it was going to be about. I just saw the trailer just quickly, and I'm a huge fan of Guardian of the Galaxy. I love the idea. I love the chemistry and the team. I love the actors, but I don't really care about all the ongoing story behind the curtain of like, bring back our director or I'm gonna crash your house. To be honest with you, I don't care, man. And I'm gonna say, like I've already said about Cara Dune in The Mandalorian, man, I don't even want to know what she posted. I don't care. She's a character in the fictional television show that I enjoy. I don't want to know what she ate yesterday or if she thinks that Dr. Pepper diet is not good for you, or even if she's a racist. I don't care. I don't care. It's an actor that plays a character. This character didn't do what this person in real life did or think. That's why they are called actors. So, I mean, I totally understand if an actor go out there and kill people. I'm gonna say, okay, this guy's fucking nuts. But I'm not interested to know what he loves and who, for is he a Democrat or a Republican, if he loves Trump or if he loves Trudeau or if he vote yes in the last referendum in Quebec. I don't care. I don't fucking care. These actors are not my friends. They're people. And that side of them, I'm not really interested to know them because I don't want to know them personally. So, why I was saying this is because there's a big kind of issue like, yeah, but the Marvel guy was fired and then he came back. And yeah, okay, just show me the movie, man. That's why I'm here. And this ongoing thing outside of the movie should not impact the fun that I'm supposed to have watching the movie. Again, that's my personal opinion. Some people will say, Phil, you're racist then. You think that Cara Dune is a great person. That's not, Cara Dune and the actress and the wrestler girl is not the same. That's why they're called actors. Donc, basically, what I thought of Guardian of the Galaxy, for me, it was one of the best MCU movie I've watched since the Avengers. Yeah, uh, I because I've talked about this a lot of times before. A good movie is not, of course, it's the story and it's the visual effects and stuff, but basically, when you have more than one actor that is in that movie, the chemistry between the actors is very important. Donc, la relation, la chimie entre des acteurs dans une équipe qui jouent ensemble dans un film est très importante. And I've talked about this again in the past. Lethal Weapon. Why are the Lethal Weapons movie are so great? Maybe not the four, but one, two, three. Is actually because Mel Gibson and Danny Glover are magnificent together. They create magic on the screen because the chemistry is great. Why did Friends work so well? The TV show, because all the people were, the chemistry were great. They were real friends. Um, anyway, I can go on with other great example, but Guardian of the Galaxy is a great movie because the chemistry between all the actors between all the characters and the actors are great. So you enjoy watching them together because you believe in their friendship, you believe in what they believe. Donc tu crois en l'histoire, tu crois en leur chimie, tu crois en leur amitié. Ça fait que tu t'accroches encore plus au film. That's why you hang in there. It's like, oh man, I want to know what's going to happen to these guys because they're great. Another great example, Lost. The TV show Lost. Go check the chemistry between all the characters. Some are just amazing. Anyway, back to volume 3. This movie is basically a origin story of Rocket and not Sprocket, which is another magnificent little fairy friend. Donc, c'est un origin story, c'est l'histoire d'origine de où vient Sprocket. And I love also the fact that they decided to put all the attention on this character instead of only focusing on one. Like it's supposed to be Star Lord, like Star Lord, and the ones on the side are they're there, but check it's Star Lord. No, it's a group. It's a group effort. It's a team. It's a Groot effort. Um, and this time, the real main character in all this, free Boba, please. Free Boba, one, please. I, man, I received a message. Sorry about that. Free Boba, one, please. What the fuck, Ken? Qu'est-ce que tu racontes là, man? Ah, là, ok. Je me demandais que tu parlais. Just one? I think I would take at least four. J'ai compris, là. Ooh. Boba. Boba brain juice is good, man. Um, yeah. So they actually decided to put the whole story around not Sprocket, Rocket. Kristen, if you're watching Sprocket, is probably like, no, it's not tea, it's coffee. It's boba coffee. So it's a really, really, really emotional movie because even if it's like a origin story and it's the last movie of that team, spoilers ahead, too late, but it's the last movie with this group as the Guardian of the Galaxy, and it's okay. We're gonna see them elsewhere, but the movie with this team exactly together is supposed to be the last one. But again, I'm gonna try not again to spoil everything, but so it's just great to see the love, the chemistry again. Like I was saying, the friendship. They are more than a team; they are family, and it really shows in that movie. And it's really emotional all the way through because you don't want to lose anyone. You love them so much that you don't want to lose any of them. So anyway, so great effects, great CG, great acting, um, great cameos, great actors that show up in that movie. Great ideas, and amazing humor. And by the way, it's actually the first MCU movie when there's actually a F bomb. There's actually a F bomb, like not a real fuck, fuck, man. It's like what? Isn't that supposed to be a kid show? Yeah, but it's PG-13. So I think when it's PG-13, you're allowed one fuck. When I was 13, I was also allowed one fuck. That's another story. That could be another movie, man. Sorry about that. I'm gonna lose viewers, and I can't afford losing viewers, man. My lawyers are telling me we're gonna shut your stuff down. I'm kidding. All right, get in the fucking car. That's it. Exactly. So, great humor. Again, the jokes are great. You watch this and you don't want the show to end, and you know that this is a great movie when there's been an hour and a half that you've watched and you push pause or whatever and you say, "Jesus, there's already an hour and a half gone. I don't want this thing to end. This is great." So this is why I'm saying it's probably one of my favorite Marvel MCU movie in the last several past years. And I'm not talking about all the project there. I can watch Marvel stuff over and over and over again. Jim, you're right. There's literally some amazing movies down there. Uh, I've watched a few of them more than once. I rewatch all the Avengers and um, Winter Soldiers, Captain America. I've rewatched them all. I don't remember before which movie, probably before Infinity War or Endgame, but I mean, I enjoy them as much as I did at in the first time, and it's I'm surprised about this because when the MCU came out, I was saying to myself, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this. This is comic stuff. I was not into comics as much. I was a really big Batman fan, Star Wars fan, but not from the comics. I was a movie and a TV show addict of Batman and Superman. I mean, Christopher Reeves, Adam West, and after Batman in 1989. Um, so, yeah. So, I was surprised to enjoy these movies as much. Donc, j'étais surpris de triper autant sur le MCU. Je m'attendais pas à accrocher autant que ça. Mais encore là, again, it's the chemistry of the characters that makes this great. You watch a Thor movie, you watch a Cap movie, you watch whatever movie, and then they end up playing all together, and you're happy to see them together, and it's fun. It's like, geez, wow, this is great. For a good example, I've watched everything prior to the Marvels, and I don't know if I'm going to enjoy the Marvels, but I love the three characters that are there. If you guys recall, I've talked about Miss Marvel, the TV show that I did not enjoy, but I kind of like the character, so I just can't wait to see her with her superhero, with her best love of her life, which is Captain Marvel. So that interests me. Anyway, go check Volume 3. It's a great movie. Great acting, great comedy. It is worth the watch. And if you are a Marvel fan, I'm telling you, it's probably going to be one of your favorite one. But I don't want to say it's the best. Wow, you're gonna freak out. No, it's good. It's good. It's really good. I don't think they'll win awards on this, but you know what I mean. It's a good Marvel movie. Um, let's just say I preferred Volume 3 than Quantum Mania, and Quantum Mania I really enjoyed too, for different reasons. Anyway, again, good chemistry in the Quantum Mania movie. Okay. So now let's talk about the Flash, because that's the biggest thing I think I want to talk about for many reasons. Donc, The Flash, le retour de Batman, le retour de Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton is back as Batman. And for me, I grew up, like I said, with Adam West on television. But for me, the first Batman on in the movies is Michael Keaton. And Michael Keaton was such people were so like disappointed when they announced that he was going to be Batman back in the days, but for me, he's the best Bruce Wayne you can have. So everyone was telling me that the Flash is terrible, the Flash is bad, the CG is horrible. So, but there were not a lot of people that were talking about the fact that Michael Keaton was back in the suit. It was there in the trailer, but like, okay, I don't give a fuck. I don't really care if everyone thinks that the movie sucks. Personally, I want to see. T'aimes pas les voix rauques où on ne comprend rien. What? quoi, ma voix est-tu rauque? C'est quoi, le son est-tu pas bon? T'aimes pas les voix rauques ou on ne comprend rien? OK. J'entends-tu mieux, là? Man, je comprends pas ce que tu veux dire. Attends, y a-tu marqué sur mon t-shirt? Les Batman! Ah, OK, je comprends, là. Je comprenais pas ta phrase hors contexte. J'étais là, de quoi qu'il parle? Ben, il l'a quand même rauque, Batman, quand il est dans le suit, tu sais. I'm Batman, tu sais. Mais bon. Non, mais je dis pas que les autres étaient pas bons. C'est que I'm not saying that the other ones were bad. Well, Val Kilmer was not very good, and Clooney was not very good. But I mean, Christian Bale was amazing, and even the last one, the Vampire Kid, there, I enjoyed it. He was okay. It's a different kind of Batman, but the impact that Michael Keaton had on me as a guy that was, I don't know, in 1989. Quel âge qu'on avait, man, en 88, 89? 14, 15 ans. I was 15. I was 15. No, more than that. Yeah, I was about 15 years old. So the impact that Michael Keaton had on me as a Batman in when I was 15 was like, oh, I freaked out. I freaked out with the Tim Burton universe. I freaked out with the Batmobile. This is still my favorite Batmobile of all time. I mean, keep on working to create a better Batmobile than the Michael Keaton one. I mean, I was so happy to see it again. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a quick story, very quick. Back in the days, it was probably when Batman Returns came out, like an hour after, a few years afterwards. The Batmobile was at the Car Expo in Montreal. I went to the Car Expo just to see the Batmobile because it was there. And I don't give about cars. I'm not a car guy at all, but I'm a movie car guy. So I love Kit. I love the Ecto One. These cars are amazing for me. But the Batmobile, I mean, I had the chance to go there, and I think I went there and I stood next to the thing for an hour just looking at all the details. Like, oh. But back in the days, we didn't have telephone to film and to take pictures, so I just have it in my brain. Can you see it? Okay, so I was really excited to watch the return of Michael Keaton in the suit. That's the reason I wanted to watch that movie. I've watched everything that they did in the DCU except for the Snyder cut. I haven't watched the 4 hour Snyder cut yet, but I've watched everything else. And the big issues with the DCU, for me, very bad, very, very, very bad CG in the first movies. It feels like it's rushed. Some of them I've enjoyed, but when you actually create something from the comics and you want to put it in live action, try to make it look like live action. And I think that was one of the biggest issue with me with the DCU. And I can straight right away tell you about one shot. There's this shot, I think it's in Justice League, when Aquaman actually fall on this flying bug and he bring it down the floor and he kind of surf on it. The CG is so bad. I remember watching this and like, man, this is terrible. This looks like shit. And I was disappointed. And I'm not saying this to blast the whole thing. I would have loved to see a great DCU run on movies. I really enjoyed the first Wonder Woman that I've watched at least 2 or 3 times, and I've enjoyed it. It was okay. Um, Batman versus Superman stuff. It felt rushed. Felt rushed, and you can feel it. And the same thing with the last Star Wars. It felt rushed. Anyway, okay. So back to the Flash. So basically, I really, really, really enjoyed that movie. I really loved it for tons of reason. Of course, Batman is back. Great. And I've enjoyed every second that Michael Keaton was in the suit, not in the suit. Um, sorry. Some people actually say I didn't recognize my Michael Keaton in my. It didn't feel like Batman that I used to love. Well, personally, I thought it was really the same Batman, and it really felt like he was older and not necessarily weaker, but it was kind of what we would have loved to see with Luke in episode 8. Like, bring the old guy back, even if he's like broken, just get back in the suit and let's fight. And that's what we have with Batman on this in this movie. Go check the scene when they go rescue Supergirl, um, and watch Batman kick ass. Just for that sequence, man. Okay, where can I pay to see more? Because I really enjoyed that sequence when he goes down and he kicks the kicks butts, and it feels like Michael Keaton from Batman Returns, from Batman from '89. So I really, really enjoy the sequence with him. Love the sequence in the Batcave. Love to see that the designs are basically almost the same. Um, okay, so that's for the Batman part. Uh, I've talked about this for Quantum Mania and the issue that they're going to have with the actor that plays Kang. Well, it's kind of the same thing for the actor Ezra Miller, I think his name. I'm sorry, I don't recall the exact actor name that he plays the Flash. Uh, there's issue with this guy. He got some mental issue. He's violent. He did some bad shit. He got arrested and stuff. Okay. I'm really wondering if this is not again a part of the reason why it flopped so bad. Because people didn't want to encourage this actor. Les gens ne voulaient pas encourager cet acteur-là. Sorry about that. Because of what happened to him. And it's okay. I understand. But come on. Like I explained earlier, he's an actor. The character that he plays, the Flash, didn't do the things that the actor did in real life. You know what I mean? So don't blame the character. Blame the actor. That's okay. But don't boycott the movie because this guy was not good in real life. Again, like I said, if you started killing people, I would, okay, I totally understand. Like, there's an issue there. I don't know what he did exactly. I don't care. But in that movie, I thought he did an amazing job. I was really surprised how good he did acting with him. He was acting with himself, and it felt like there were actually two people, but there's not two people. It's actually them. It's the same guy acting on one another. Of course, there's a few times that there was a stand-in, and with the CG, and this is when I'm gonna go into the CG part. That was I was disappointed in a way. Uh, you could actually see that the CG was really bad when they put the face on the stand-in guy next to the real actor, and a lot of times I said to myself, "Oh man, this looks horrible." What I did for my picture with Photoshop on the internet gives you a kind of idea of what I'm talking about. Go check the picture that I've photoshopped with my face on the flash, and it doesn't feel right. There's something wrong. You know, it's right away. It's like that doesn't look right. So when this happened in a movie, again, you've been taking out of the feel of the real thing. You can believe everything, but then you watch this and it's like, oh, this doesn't feel right. So that was my first big issue. But the actor acting with himself, wow, I mean, he deserves a fucking prize for this, because this is really hard to do. Donc là, je vois le temps passer, je vais pas traduire ça en français. Là. The big issue in the movie was the CG, but I've watched a few video on it, and they tried kind of to save the thing with their comments after the movie came out. But here's the thing. Okay, so the first action sequence when he go out and save the babies, oh man, that's really really bad. The babies look like dolls. It really doesn't look good, and you start the movie with this. So when you start the movie with bad CG, you're pretty doomed, because like, oh man, this really looks bad. So you already form yourself an opinion on what's coming in the next hour or 2 hours, because you're looking at this like, are we really gonna watch babies, cartoonish doll baby, fall from the sky for 2 hours? This doesn't look good at all. So this was my first issue. I said it again. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. When you don't take the time to make sure that you're not gonna lose interest, or you're not gonna give the opportunity of the person watching the movie to say to themselves, that doesn't look right. That doesn't feel real. That doesn't. You're gonna lose them. And when you do this right at the beginning of the movie, you're pretty much fucked. Anyway, so love the idea of the traveling in time, the multiverse thing. No issue with that. The other part that was really, really, really weird and bad is when he runs through time and he ends up in this kind of a theater feel, and you can actually see all the timelines, and there are like several of the same thing, same people, or he goes back all the way back to the Justice League movie, and it looks really really cartoonish. It really looks bad. The CG is terrible. It really feels like they are almost paintings of the characters. So the directors, the people that worked on this, actually said, yes, it's supposed to be like that. And I agree. When you think about it, it's okay, because he is not seeing the real thing. It's like he's seeing a timeline, and it doesn't have to be like photorealistic, because it's kind of in movement and stops and slow motion. And so I understand that they wanted to put kind of a art form in this, because it would have been so easy just to take pictures from the frames of every actor or every movie that we actually see in this kind of arena where they are, and it would have looked more realistic. So people had big issues with this, but I totally understand that they did it on purpose so that it looked like this. Um, so love this. Love the idea also of this kind of arena theater sequence that you run and you see everything go beside you. Um, what was the other thing? Yeah, and then at the end of the movie, you can see all the cameos that showed up. Um, and at one point, I even said to myself, man, this looks even more like a Superman movie because we actually see all the Superman that were there in the through the years. And at this point, they kind of did the same thing, the cartoonish feel on all the Supermans and the Batmans and the whatever that you can actually see from these multiverse. Um, I'm not going to spoil as much stuff as I can, but anyway, it really feels cartoonish, but it's supposed to be kind of real because it's kind of in the real uh, 24 frame second feel. Like, yeah, it's people are moving, they are watching. It's not like when they were in the theater where everything was like stand still or like going very slow. Now you have real characters that are moving around and they felt really cartoonish. So that was an issue for me. It's like, man, they should have put a more realistic feel if they are moving. They're not like, you know. Um. So yeah. So I don't understand why that movie flopped. I think it's a great movie. I love the idea of bringing Supergirl. Uh, some people even said that you could actually take out Supergirl out of the movie and the movie would still be okay. Probably, but since it's a DCU movie, I mean, I totally understand that you bring back Batman, you bring back Wonder Woman, you bring back Aquaman. That's okay. I didn't really enjoy the Aquaman last insert, the last thing that they did with him at the end of the movie. I like, why? Um, I thought it made him look stupid. Um, so yeah, so that's about it for the Flash. So don't think that this movie is terrible just because people are saying that it's bad. It's not that bad. It's pretty good. It's fun. It's entertaining, and just to watch uh, the Flash interact with himself, that's just that part is amazing. I love what they did, uh, what this actor was able to do. They really did a great job on this. And man, Batman, Michael Keaton is back. I would have taken an hour more of Batman and I would have still freaked out. Even if there would only have like 15 minutes of Batman in that movie, but it would be good, I would have enjoyed it. And it's great. I was just a bit disappointed that he's not using his Batmobile at all in that movie. It's there and we see it and they kind of use it for a reason, but we it doesn't interact with the Batmobile. So, but that's just me. So, guys, so that's it for this week. Again, it's a kind of a different show. We've talked about movies that I've watched. If you have any suggestions, if you have any ideas for the next episodes, please let me know. We're gonna probably skip a week pretty soon because me and my girlfriend are heading on a vacation. So I'll see if I do it from where I'm going to be, or maybe just skip a week. So I'll keep you posted. Also, I'm late. I haven't done the yard sale, Yoda's yard sale last week. I'm going to do it this week for sure. So the prices that I've posted last week are still good until I post the new yard sale. So that's it. Non, pas Nouveau-Brunswick. No, no, not this time. Merci, George. Hey, c'est George, my man. Hey, tu m'es pas revenu, tu m'avais parlé de je me rappelle plus de quoi, là. Reviens-moi avec ton affaire que tu m'avais parlé, là. Je me souviens plus. Fait que c'est ça. Faites attention, vous autres, as I always say. Be safe, be good, be wild, be you. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. I might do something special in a very near future. I have to talk with one of my friends. We might have a guest. All I'm going to say is we the UFOs are actually very in the media right now. I might have someone that will be able to talk about this and all what's going on in all of this. And it feels the vintage kids. It fits with our show because we're going to talk about stuff that happened in 1989, 1988. If my friend will accept to join as a guest. But again, I have to talk to him. He doesn't even know. So, have a great weekend. Faites attention, vous autres. Encore une fois, merci d'être là. Thank you for being with me. Hope you're enjoying this. And let's do some more. I'm still having fun. That's the important thing, man. So have a great week. Bonne fin de semaine, tout le monde. Ciao.